And with less than 12 hours until the polls open tomorrow morning, the big question remains, who will Ontario vote for as its next premier? Well, that question was also being asked in a phone survey today, but it wasn't from a polling company or market researcher, and that left many wondering, who's calling?
And you said you were calling from where?
This is Susan Thompson calling for Ontario Proud.
And you're trying to find out about who I'm voting for.
This is a survey on behalf of Ontario Proud.
That was a phone call I got to my cell phone this afternoon, and it seems I wasn't the only one.
They said, hi, we're calling from Ontario Proud. And then they started saying something. I said, sorry, did you say Ontario Proud? And they said, yes. I said, well, I'm going to hang up.
Ontario Proud calls themselves a public advocacy group operating mostly on Facebook. The group's main focus seems to be bringing down the Liberals, and lately that means taking aim at the NDP and promoting the Progressive Conservatives.
We have 100,000 email subscribers, and we know all their postal codes. So during the election, during the get out the votes aspect of it, we're going to be able to tell them where to go to the polls.
We spoke with the group's founder last month when he admitted they're collecting voter data.
The Progressive Conservative, press 3.
But for those who aren't subscribers, the calls asking for their voting intention are raising questions.
That's my personal privacy. That my choice is my choice. What is it to you? And I was like, how did they get this is my cell number.
So how are you getting people's phone numbers?
We use an outside vendor who gets the information publicly available, and then they have a process to reach out to people.
Ballingal wouldn't disclose the name of the company Ontario Proud uses to conduct its surveys, only saying it operates within Elections Ontario and CRTC guidelines, like other third-party groups who support NDP and the Liberals. Is this legal?
As far as I know, it is legal. Our political information is pretty sacred, but we're also pretty easy to give it away.
John Wright has been a pollster for 28 years with a number of different companies and says you can usually count on your information being protected if it's going to one of the 22 companies that are part of the Market Research and Intelligence Association.
They're under very strict rules on what they can do with that information. They can't sell it, they can't do anything with it, whereas these other companies can.
Outside of that, he says be cautious and ask questions, like I did during my survey from Ontario Proud.
What is the purpose of you trying to find out who I'm voting for?
Okay, no problem. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
It prompted the call to end, so I asked Ballingal, what are you doing with the information you collect?
Yeah, we're using it to identify voters and get them out and encourage them to vote on election day.
What are the callers trained to say when it comes to providing information about this survey?
I'd have to speak to my vendor about that. My understanding is that it's all publicly available, and our website has all the information about us.
If you are going to be asked your vote, you should treat that a little bit nowadays like credit card information. I mean, you just don't go away and give that sort of thing away freely. Ask some very basic questions. Who are you? What do you want it for? Who's collecting it on your behalf? If they can't answer those things, hang up.
And while the group seems to be supporting the Progressive Conservatives, Ballingal tells City News they aren't officially connected to the party. That would be against election rules.